sisters. We're happy and we're singing and we're go. You're listening to Help a Sister Out podcast. I'm Benny and I'm Tay. Help a sister out. Help a sister out. Help a sister out. Help a sister out.
Yo, what it do? This is episode 12. Help a sister out. Help a sister out. So excited to get things started. Benny is out of town, living it up like, a boss.
I'm trying, y'all. It's nice out here.
Where are you
I
at?
need a guess. Okay, so I'm in the Midwest, and I can see mountains when I look out the window. It's not snowing right now, but it does snow here occasionally. And marijuana is legalized here. That's where I'm at.
Okay. So, are you enjoying yourself?
I am, actually. It's nice. It's weird not getting up to clock in the morning. I'm glad I remember to turn my alarm off. You know how mad I would have been waking up every day, like at 5 or something, and I don't have to. But I do keep waking up naturally, like around 6:52, because I'm 2 hours behind Georgia. Let's see. Well, you want to kick it off with some sister motivation?
Well, there is a lag, so I don't know if you are okay with that or if you're experiencing that as well.
It's a lag with visual, not with audio. I can hear you.
It's like I heard like Georgia, like that. But I mean, if you didn't hear
it's not complicated. No.
Okay, all right, yeah. Let's kick the show off with some sister motivation. Can you motivate me, please, sis? I know you living it up because I was on vacation last week and now I'm over here like, back to the real world.
My sister motivation for the listeners and for you is don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, and don't be afraid of new opportunities. So just look forward to, things that can come your way.
Yes. I feel like I'm ready to jump out of a plane. Do something different with my life. Switch it up a little bit. Add some spice.
Taylor, you really want to jump out of a plane?
I kind of do. When I went, when I went to Florida last weekend, I did look at the flyer. It was like $50. But I just didn't have the time to really mentally prepare myself and then physically go. So I was like, maybe next time I'll do it.
What do you need to do to mentally prepare yourself?
I mean, I'm jumping out of a plane. I think the idea of going through with it is a lot, maybe. My cousin did it before though. But then they be like, you pay all that money. Well, it was $50. But you pay that much and it's like you only... Well, my bad. It wasn't jumping out of the plane. I misspoke. It was a helicopter ride around the city to see the skyline and stuff like that. So
that's nice. That's an experience.
That's
romantic. But you gotta romanticize yourself sometimes, boo.
I know, that's why the whole solo trip, it was fun, but I felt like I was like, damn, I wish I had me a man.
We do it right here. We do it right there.
No, it wasn't even. Some of the things require more people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like you can do it by yourself. Well, you had to have a certain number of reservations. Gotcha. So I probably need a whole crew to come with me, honestly. But I had fun. I enjoyed myself. It was a good time. I don't really have any sister motivation. I'm gonna leave that up to you. I think what you said was enough. I agree. I'm going to join in. I really can't think of anything that I feel like really led me this week or since last time I talked to y'all. But if I had to say something, it would just be focus on yourself. Fuck everybody else. Okay, no, that's horrible.
You know what? That's birthday energy right there. Because when it's your birthday, right before the day of your birthday and after your birthday, you just still be on that little that self-awareness. You're like, oh, you know what? It's all about me.
Girl, yes, I want to see my birthday every day. But it can be stressful sometimes trying to put together birthday things and have everyone come together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really appreciate it if somebody plan my birthday for me next year. Because
I feel like if I heard that, I have to now do it.
Well, you have to do it. Have to it. It's on record.
I didn't hear it at all.
But
so today let's start off with the icebreaker. Okay. I guess I'm starting everything out. Okay, it's cool. If you could spend one day in someone else's shoes, who would it be and why?
Okay, I don't know if it's okay. I don't know why, but I would like to spend a day in Michelle Obama's shoes because I don't have anyone that I idolize or anything like that in particular. But when I think of somebody that's iconic, I really think of Michelle because of the walks of life that she's had, and the type of woman that she is, or from what we see. And she is really intellectual, and she seems to be very nurturing. So I would like to just be in her shoes one day just to see what is it like in her day, how does her mind work? Because I would love for my mind to be where she at, because she has it together. I haven't heard a single scandal that this woman has done. Not saying she's perfect, but it's she seems like a pretty well-rounded woman. So I would like to be in her shoe for a day.
Okay.
And then have the president of the United States address himself to people as my husband, oh, I'm her husband, Yeah. Because I don't think of Michelle Obama as Obama's wife. I think of her as her own individual person. A lot of people are like that, where they'll be like, oh, such and such baby mama, or that's the wife for such and such. It's like that person has their own accolades or achievements, and it's like Michelle Obama is exactly she her presence is known without her husband. So, what about you?
I think mine would be, I know this sounds so cheesy, but Beyonce. I feel like I would love to just kind of see what her day to day is like and how she maneuvers and how she handles adversity. Because I remember just one of her documentaries, she was talking about being a boss as a female and how you have to be a quote unquote bitch. And so I would just love to see how does she handle certain situations. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I feel like as a woman, you kind of have to intimidate people to get what you want. If you come off as being too nice, people feel like, oh, well, she'll be okay. And won't shit get done if everybody feel like, oh, she'll be okay. So if people, have a little bit of fear, I ain't trying to get cussed out, they tend to do shit the right way the first time around. Okay, look at you. Girl, you want to be around all the kids? Beyonce got little ones.
Right, but I feel like I really just want to be able to sing. I want to sing, listen to the song.
That'll be the first. Damn. Beyonce, do you really want this bitch to be you for a day? She gonna sabotage your career. It's gonna be all over the media. Beyonce was drunk yesterday.
A hater.
Just try a different song.
What, you didn't like that song?
I like that song.
The first time I say yes, it's like I never say yes.
Oh, that might be the one for you. That's the one you sing all the time.
Mama, and yes, you gave me. Yes, we can be together, but you gotta let me.
Oh, you had it. Yeah, that might be the one you need to do because I can see you sing that one a lot. That's your go-to. So as Beyonce, you'll kill it. You won't ruin your career.
Tonight I'm gonna dance.
Okay, girl, get on somewhere.
Beyonce only go on tour every so often, so when I'm her, I'm not gonna be on tour. I'm gonna be living up with me and Jay.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into some Help Us Sister Out advice. If you have any advice, please make sure that you email us at HelpASistaOutPodcast@gmail.com or slide into them DMs on social media, Help Us Sister Out Podcast. So this one is a very interesting story. I have been with my boyfriend for 8 months, and I was just recently introduced to his family 2 weeks ago, where I met his older brother, who I am extremely attracted to. So much that I've started to fantasize about him, even during sex. I love everything about him. The way he believes women should be treated, his views on economics and world issues, the fact that he is now working on his second master's degree, and what his future career plans are. It's everything I want in a man. I thought I was in love with my boyfriend, but compared to his brother, I'm not so sure. Am I wrong? Is this normal? Should I make a move on his brother? Should I break up with my boyfriend? What should I do? Help.
Girl, you sister, yes, you do need to break up with your boyfriend because you're not in love with him no more.
Period.
Clearly. Two, yeah, you definitely should make a move onto his brother, because then it's just not even you being in the equation. It just kind of makes you think, what kind of man is he? You know, as a brother, to do that to his brother. And yeah, just because it's wrong. I think it's wrong. I wouldn't act on it, and no, I don't think that's normal. I don't think it's something that should be normalized.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say I appreciate you being honest on how you feel, because I feel like when we all done met a dude, okay, we can't say we done see somebody that's like, damn, who that is over there? And like, I'm putting my homegirl on with him. But, you know, that's some other people kind of stuff when you start saying you gonna approach the dude. I think you just need to pray, because it sounds like it's more so sexual than it is anything else.
Said you need to pray.
Yeah, because it's like, who would do that? I would never think to be like, oh, yeah, I'm about to approach your brother. And, I mean, we can all say we done had some weird dreams. But then it made me wonder, like, well, what's up with the boyfriend then? If the brother is so much better, it's like, is there nothing that you can highlight about who you're actually with right now?
Well, that's what's disturbing, for you to have been with your boyfriend for 8 months at this time. And, you know, I'm pretty certain you come across many different men during that 8-month time span. And the one man that makes you consider, you know, infidelity is his brother, that's a little odd. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like you should go ahead and break up with your boyfriend, because it sounds like your mind is already made up, as you just said you're not in love with your boyfriend anymore. So why would you continue to be with him? And then also you starting to fantasize. It's one thing to fantasize with a celebrity or some shit like that, but let's
it don't matter. Cheating is cheating.
Yeah, and it was you're fantasizing, like, that's pretty much supposed to be family at this point, you know. So that's kind of it's weird.
Yeah, kind of. And supposed to be your brother.
Yeah, that's if your boyfriend was to propose, and let's say you say yes, his brother is your brother by law. You know, that's your brother-in-law. So just think maybe that help you out if you know, are trying to stop being like this. Just realize that
I don't know.
You can't be sexually fantasizing about your brother.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot. But, you know, I hope I helped out a little bit. I ain't never been in a situation like that. So
Taylor said pray, and I said stay away. So
yeah. But don't tell your boyfriend that you feel that way. Just be like, it's not you, it's me.
Because really it is you.
It's not you, it's me. I got some things I need to work on. But lusting is really a real thing. So you never know, like, what her history is. Maybe she got like sex addiction and stuff like that. And it's like,
yeah, but for 8 months you haven't lusted after any other man, and out the blue you lusting for his brother?
Well, it wasn't out the blue. She went to go visit his family.
Well, okay, let's take out the blue. So you, for 8 months, no problems, and you meet his brother, and it's just like, oh, my panties. It's weird, because I'm pretty sure you don't saw some fine ass niggas and have crossed your path at some point in time, and you not sexually fantasizing about them or wanting to do anything with them. And she didn't even say she attracted to how the brother looked. So you just attracted to his mind and the things he says.
And
So
what he's
that's
trying
just
to accomplish and what he has done.
yeah. And then
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's very normal to have those feelings. I think where things go wrong is how you react and how you handle those situations. But there needs to be transparency on the fact that, like, you ain't the only fine person out here. It's other people. How you gonna be okay with it being a celebrity, but you can't be okay with it being like not a celebrity?
Well, that's where I was going with that. So, like, it's one thing if you were to fantasize a celebrity, or let's say, you know, people who have porn addiction and stuff, and you're watching porn, if you fantasize about the person. So it's one thing to fantasize about people you don't know. But when you're fantasizing somebody that you know and is in close, that's familiar, like that's family at that point, that's just a little odd. And it's kind of just like, at this point, you're not doing anything with good intentions. You're having sex with somebody and sexually fantasizing, not while you're dreaming about doing. That's what I'm saying. When you have dreams, like I said, you have weird dreams. You're not even dreaming about doing things.
Technically, you're conscious.
Yeah, so you're already there. You're already like past the taboo realm of like having a weird ass dream. You want to do this. So that's what's wrong. It's like you want to do it and it's wrong. It's the nigga brother. So just imagine, would you be okay?
No.
So if it's also just think of, like, you know, if the shoe was on the other foot, and then not even just that, if you just like, oh well, and that's just weird. Like, oh my gosh, it's weird. That's just, I'm thinking of something. It's weird. But would you be okay with your boyfriend trying to smash on your mom? Like, I mean, if it's just like
my mama well enough to know she ain't smashing nothing.
But no, you got to consider, like, at that point, if you just like, oh well, I don't care. Like, well then, don't be mad if he smash somebody that you care about. That's family. Like, you be mad if it was your best friend. Come on now. If it was your best friend, you be mad if your nigga.
Fine. So if you want to hit that, I'd be like, I got next. Okay, now.
Girl, bye. You know, you would be mad as hell if you found out that your boyfriend was smashing your best friend. Y'all would not be boyfriend and girlfriend no more at that point.
Yeah.
So,
and you be mad at friend because it's like, bitch, what?
Yeah, and you be mad if he just told you, like, yeah, I've been fantasizing about smashing Sharonda. And when we fucking, I'm picturing Sharonda.
Benny, where did you get
that? I don't know this girlfriend. I don't know this girlfriend.
No name Sharonda. Who is she?
Somebody out here got a friend named Sharonda. I don't know any Sharonda. Do I know Sharonda? I think I do know. I don't know. I know somebody that go by
my name in that myth.
But yeah, so just like, you just be real. Like, it's hurtful. It's a hurtful thing to do. Yeah, it's hurtful to him.
But I think we putting a lot of pressure on women who also do have fantasies and such about other people. Whereas if a guy does it, it's like, oh, he's being a man. He's just being a guy.
No, I don't think that would be okay. If a nigga is fantasizing about fucking your sister.
No, yeah.
Yeah, like
other people type of stuff.
Yeah, but it's just like, that's something, like, it's one thing we just fantasize about people, somebody that you don't know. Like, again, like, you don't know that person, and I assume that's why people watch porn, because it's like you're trying to fantasize, but yeah, you fantasizing about somebody that you're supposed to love, somebody that he loves, and technically it's like the same dick being in you anyways, if you really get scientific about it, because they got the same mama and daddy. I'm just saying, like,
see the light. She just
y'all, come on, sister. I'm just trying to help you out. You're gonna regret it, and yeah, I don't know.
Bottom line is, break up with your man, and maybe not break up with him, but just
go get help.
Go get help. And pray.
Because seriously, make sure this isn't just something that you. I don't just go get help to see if there is something, because that is not normal. So
I think it's normal. I think feelings you have
to fantasize is normal, but to fantasize about fucking your family members or somebody that you're fucking,
it's not a family member. It's your boyfriend you've only been with for 8 months.
I said, or it's somebody you're fucking's family. Oh, yeah, babe, I've been thinking about fucking your dad, and I'm in love with your dad. Like, it don't matter how you.
That's completely different, because we don't know if they got the same mom or dad.
It don't make a difference. That's still weird as fuck. I don't know. Maybe I have sisters and I have a brother, so I just can't imagine, like, wanting to do something with somebody I consider to be my brother or my sister, or just hurting my sisters like that. Again, I wouldn't do something like that to a friend. So why would I?
Future got a song out called "I Don't Care If They Was Real Sisters."
Yeah, and look at Future and how many, like, it's a self-respect thing with Future. He don't respect himself. He don't care. But I don't know. To each his own. Right. I think it's wrong.
Yeah, I don't want us to go back and forth like Joe Biden and Trump.
Ooh, who he was going back and forth with?
Joe Biden and Trump, the presidential debate.
This should be a question. We're gonna put the question up on Instagram to ask people, like, because that's what it's about. You do want everybody. Maybe if you have other people, it's like it isn't just us. You know, it's a community of women. So
true.
Let's see what the community.
I just don't want my sister to feel bad for feeling how she feel. I feel like it's very normal to feel how you feel because it's how you feel. I think it becomes kind of like when you start to act on certain things. However, let's get into these trending topics. Trending, but not so trending. I feel like trying to find something to talk about this week was kind of like, oh my Lord. I feel like we've been talking about the same stuff over and over again. However, last night they had the presidential debate. Or is it called the presidential election debate? Or what's it called?
It was the first debate.
They're going to do 3 of them. This was the first one. It was held in Cleveland, Ohio. Hey.
Should have been.
Well, I'm from Ohio, so I'm from Akron, so it's about 45 minutes. However, what are your thoughts about it?
First of all, I feel like sometimes I just don't want to be in this country no more. But it was just like, these are our leaders, and look at the example that they're leading by. You know, you're supposed to lead by an example. And it was like it was very childish. It wasn't professional in the least bit. And I've watched the debates before in the past, and it's just I've never seen it like this before. And like, wow,
I've never watched it before.
Really?
Yes.
Well, it's never that bad. That you are supposed, and then also you learn how to debate. Well, I guess everybody does, but I had a debate class in high school, so you give the opponent an opportunity to speak, so you can hear your like, what are you opposing? Because it's like, what are you arguing if the person hasn't even finished their statement? And it was just like, just watching it was just a whole shit show. That's how I felt. I was just like, I can't believe, and it was funny. And that's the crazy part. Like, this is not supposed to be funny. Like, this shit is scaring me that these motherfuckers taking it for a joke. Like, and I think we don't need presidents anymore. It's funny because I was literally having this conversation. We don't need president. I mean, think about it. And I don't know if you know who Joe Rogan is, but I was watching part of his comedy or stand-up, and I had just said the other day where, you know, the way our system, how America runs, is really outdated, which is why we're still having the issues that we have to this day, when it's like we should have overcame a lot of these issues and injustice, all of that. And it's because they're still relying on documents or laws that were set in place in the beginning of when this country was established. It's like, how many years ago was that? We have spaceships now, and we're still operating like from something that was written hundreds of years ago. So It doesn't work anymore for today's society. It needs to be updated. It needs to be upgraded. Yeah.
Well, because it was like, to the point. I'm sorry, go ahead.
But no, I'm just saying, like, you know, because it's like, if it's just like we had look at the people that are running for leadership of a country, not a fan club, a small business, none of that, a country. Last night made me feel like I could be president.
Girl, that made you feel like it?
Yes, because I feel like I got just about almost all the qualifications that they have besides money. That's the other thing I don't have. I don't have money. But it's like, I don't got money either. But it's a popularity test. That's all it is. And we need to have people that are qualified running a country. Like, you are made for this. Like, I don't know. It's like, I wouldn't have I don't know. It's just it made me worry a little bit. Did you laugh at all?
Girl, I laughed. I fell asleep and I laughed. I had to watch it again today because I fell asleep watching it last night. But I just laughed because I think Trump is so funny, and I done got my hair close to his haircut. But I don't know. It was just I just couldn't take it serious. I thought it was very rude of him to talk over him. But I feel like when it comes to Trump, like he's gonna and then talking about the boy and him being a crackhead, what they got to do with anything? They got to do with nothing.
He kept bringing up his family.
He was talking about how like, oh well, there would have been more that died. It's like, okay, but you been knew about this virus. And my friend, she was like, sometimes when you see a president, they be looking stressed out. She said Trump do not be looking stressed out. She's like, he don't give a fuck about nothing.
No, he don't. He don't. And
it's kind of like you don't want to be too stressed out. So it's like you get it, but at the same time, it do kind of be like, are you not at all worried about what the fuck you're doing?
No, because he okay. That's at the end of the day, he gonna be all right.
Be all right. I paid millions of dollars in taxes.
Yeah, like it was just, but I was like, man, I can't believe that this is happening. Like this is something that you see in a movie as satire, because this is too comical.
Girl, I was telling my it reminded me of the movie Life, when Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy were like going back and forth with each other, when they were like super old and they were like arguing over who was going back. Yeah, like it was so funny to me because I was like, that's what it made me think of.
Yeah, like the moderator couldn't get a word in. Trump. The man is telling him to stop, being rude or whatever, and he's literally arguing with him about why I'm interrupting. Like, well,
I was reading something on Forbes that was saying like they should probably just get rid of debates and just show like more so how they are handling their meetings to see like what's being done and how you can show your leadership skills, because it's kind of like, what's the point of the debates? They were doing it for a long time. It was something that's been going on for decades, but it was like, do you really need them today?
Again, something that's outdated.
Yeah, right. Exactly what you said. It's like you don't really need it.
And if anything, it should be it's not needed. And if anything, it needs to be upgraded. It needs to be done differently. Like, because it wasn't a debate. It was just like, let me outdo you with saying something mean. And then also for Trump to go around the question, they both went around questions. So let's see, Biden didn't basically acknowledge, like, if he supported Black Lives Matter. And Trump, I honestly feel like he really fucked up, because all Trump supporters are not racist. All Trump supporters are not racist. But he fucked up because he did not say he was not for white supremacy. Yeah. So
even his son was like, I think there was a miscommunication.
No, he meant that, because and that's the thing, even if it was miscommunication, this man ain't never apologized for being wrong anytime he's been called out for being wrong. So you think he finna go back and acknowledge that he said anything like that?
Right.
That was him skipping over that question. Like your supporters who aren't racist, now they're finally opening their eyes to the shit people been saying about him being a racist. What else? And also the good boy thing. So good boy. Oh yeah, that he told them to stand by.
Stand down, stand by.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, so you're acknowledging that. Like,
but I think, honestly, truly, I'm not trying to defend him. I think that he probably was just trying to be like, let me clear this up for y'all. But I don't think he meant stand down and stand by, like, oh, we're going to probably need y'all later on.
No, I think so.
I think he tweeted.
When he made that tweet talking about something, y'all can get y'all guns and stuff. And when he told his supporters to use their rights and stuff against protesters, like, one, you know that most of your supporters, again, not all of his supporters, but most of them are racist. Mm-hmm. So you're basically giving racist people permission to just go outside and try to intimidate people with guns, knowing that it's gonna fight fire with fire. And Biden makes some good points about that. You've been just setting shit ablaze and watching it burn. You don't take any type of accountability for the mess that you caused. Because it's not that I don't know. It's just like he's a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? He's a celebrity. It's on like, okay, anybody can be president. Y'all let us. He has no political background whatsoever. So no qualifications to run a country. Now, Biden, his record ain't so clean, as far as what he's done in the past. That's also, I feel like, it's people are feeling like they gotta vote against the lesser evil between the two. The thing is, there's other political parties that we're just not educated on enough, and we gotta start doing this. Is just like, the next time around, the next 4 years, more information needs to be done on the other parties involved, just so that people are more informed and able to make these more educated decisions. And right now, it's just like it feels like we're picking from the bottom of the barrel, where it's just like, oh, I have to pick this, and this is not what I want. So that's the problem.
People got to get out and vote. Like they say, it don't always start off with just presidential. It starts off locally.
Mm-hmm. So, we talked about it in our first episodes, y'all.
October 5th is the final deadline for you to register to vote.
Yeah.
And that's going to be next week.
And I was watching this video. I didn't finish it, but it was speaking about how the mail-in ballots, like, basically a lot of them aren't on the, and that they brought that up during the debate, and Trump don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. And then there was something I don't remember what it was from, but it's the fact that it was an interview where someone asked Trump, was he gonna leave the White House peacefully if he doesn't win this candidacy? And he just like, oh well, yeah, I'll leave peacefully. But we were just like, why would you present the question in a way that made him think he had an option to not leave peacefully? Like, you just giving him ideas at this point. But yeah, I don't know.
Go out and vote, y'all. That's all we can say is get out and vote.
Yeah. Okay, so while we're on the topic of agendas, Power, this is book 2, Ghosts.
Oh my God, I hate this season. I was like, oh my God, I was looking so forward to it. And I don't hate it because of the change on it, but maybe that's why I hate it. I just miss Omari. I feel like, Ghost. I feel like they're trying to make Tyreek Ghost. And it's like, this kid is 12 to me. Every time I see him, he's 12. He doesn't look like a grown-up. He looks like a child still. And so it's like, y'all, it's just stupid. It's just so stupid. I don't understand none of it. And they got him, like on that one scene when it's at the house party at the top looking down like his dad. Then he at the school at the top looking down like how his dad was. It's like, I get what y'all trying to do, but this isn't for me anymore. I'm going to still probably watch it. But like, even like the last few episodes, I haven't been like, oh my God, I got to watch it exactly when it come out. It's been more so like, oh yeah, let me catch that real quick. And then I probably been got on the phone, start cooking, cleaning, doing everything else. I'm like, oh, I didn't finish it. And so, yeah. But as far as the most recent episode, and this is a spoiler alert if you have not seen it, they did have a gay scene. But you didn't get a chance to watch it, did you? Mm-mm. So it was Mary J. Blige's son, the one that they're trying to get to kind of like take over and lead. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? He was supposed to go to the school to check on Tyreek and see like how he's moving weight and see how like all this other stuff. When he got there, he ended up being taken away and lured off and attracted to some guy that was there. And so they ended up fast forward, and it was like a scene where they were like all passionate, which my whole issue is like, are y'all not showing people getting to know each other? Y'all just go straight to the sex scene. You didn't see you seen like a chemistry there, but you didn't see a development of it. It just was like, oh, googly eyes. bam, they over here fucking. It's like, that ain't even normal, and y'all need to quit doing that shit, because it's not how that's not how you tell a story, in my opinion. We understand it's TV, so 5 years, maybe like just 2 episodes, but all of that happened in one episode, which leads me to believe that like the storytelling and the writing is not being done how it was before, because it seems rushed. But
yeah, like even like last season, if a character came out of fucking nowhere, they still wrote the character in to where you knew enough about it. Was a build up, like, you know, it wasn't just like and scene and you're gonna do this and why, fuck the why, it looks good, just do it. Like, that's basically what's happening.
Right, exactly. But, you know, people were talking about, like, they were very upset. Like, people said they weren't going to watch it anymore. Like, they had to fast forward through that part. You know, Power just had, like, a huge following. And I think, like, they were saying that it has, like, this gay agenda to demasculate the Black man. Because you got P-Valley, you got Empire, and now this Power show where it's showing, like, these men in gay scenes. It ain't even showing females, it's showing men, and you see that more and more now where a man is gay. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they don't have their space to tell a story. I just don't understand, like, I don't know, because my one friend, she was like, well, you can't get mad at them for telling a story about drugs and things like that and the third, but then get upset about the gay part. And it's like, it's not that no one's upset, it's just like that every show, it seems like they being bought out, like they being sold. You get what I'm saying?
I'm trying to.
Like they being sold to change whatever they were doing before to maybe attract more of a different audience. Or I really can't tell you what it is, but for 50 Cent to allow that to happen, not even allow, but for his name to be behind it, it was just kind of like, I don't understand. I'm not opposed to it. It just was kind of like, this isn't the show that I thought was going to go this direction. There can be shows that got gay people in it. Ain't nobody upset about that. But it's like, why did you have to do that for this one? And it makes you do wonder, like, are they trying to, like, make, because it's always been, you know, you got Tyler Perry, you know, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, the Wayans, like, they've all had to do, like, this female or, you know, demasculating the man.
I'm going to think about that. I'm going to think about it.
Yeah, you think about it, girl.
You know, because I don't believe that there is an agenda. I do feel like
then why don't they have a lot of female gay roles?
They do. Like Orange is the New Black. We
talk about powerful major Empire, P-Valley, that's a Power already? No, Power.
I'm just saying, like, it's always been on TV, and it's not just, I don't think it's just an agenda to demasculate the Black men, only because gay stuff is not only being shown to Black people. Like, just like, because like if you go on Netflix and you look up gay movies and stuff like that are on Netflix, like, you know, gay lead characters, you're gonna, it's there. So it's just like, I think because of us,
we're talking about mainstream TV. We're not talking about Netflix.
Well, mainstream TV, Degrassi, they had gay characters on there, and that was a show for teens. Like, it's a show for kids. That was how many years ago? That was 10 years ago, probably more than that. What else? Glee. Glee. They had gay characters on there. Secret Life of American Teenager, Pretty Little Liars. These are it's there, but I think because of it not being made for us, and now, you know, everything is taking a different approach. There are more Black TV shows for Black people. Now they are trying to showcase it. for us as well, because it's always been in the media. It's always been in the media. It's just the media hasn't, especially in the past, been made for us. It wasn't a lot of Black commercials, on the Black TV channels. We didn't have a lot of movies made for Black people. We damn sure didn't have a lot of TV shows for Black people. And if we did, they didn't last that long. So it's just, there was no way for them to squeeze something in for us when it's like we only get so much now.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why we're seeing it. And it's because of us looking at it separately instead of looking at it as media. Like, we're looking at it as, well, this is an all Black cast and a show. So this is a Black TV show. So why am I only seeing this?
I think it is. I mean, I don't know how to really word it. I don't want to say that I feel like we as Black people will sometimes lack an understanding that like no one's always out to get us. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes we can't think that way, like, oh, they're trying to play us. Oh. But can you blame us though? We really can't. But I think it's going to take some time for people to adjust that, like, the way you was raised, just because you Black, don't mean it was the way I was raised because I'm Black. We may have some similarities. You may understand it. I may make you feel a little bit like home because I remind you of somebody you know. But that can't be the only reason that brings us together. And I think I'm trying to also learn it as well, because I have a tendency to think that like, oh, this may be a common thing, whatever it may be. But in all reality, it could be common for my environment, but not necessarily yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's kind of like, I agree with that. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Just like, we don't see it.
I think it ties into the, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, you were saying something.
No, I was going to say, I think it ties into the Naya, how do you say her name?
Naya Rivera.
Naya Rivera, and how they were going around talking about how, her ex-husband is now living with her sister to help raise their child. And people were just saying like they were so disgusted, and he ended up going live and talking about it. Because they were like, why is this? But people failed to realize the whole saying, it takes a village to raise a child. Them moving in together never made me question anything.
Yeah. Like, the baby probably, I mean, he said the reason why, but it's like, again, here we go. People just looking at a picture and everybody painting it the way they see it. And it's like, y'all not there. You're not there having that conversation with them. You don't know shit based off a picture or whatever the case may be. It ain't none of your business. And just to invest it, because the fact that man had to address something that shouldn't have been addressed because it ain't nobody damn business. Mm-hmm. It's like, I got other things to worry about, and I got to address some bullshit because people are assuming shit and they don't know anything. And I just want to be a regular person because I'm a regular person. It's just so happened that people just be in my damn business all the time. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, I felt so bad because like, you're grieving, you lost the person that's supposed to be helping you raise this child. Mm-hmm. So even though y'all weren't together, y'all clearly had a good enough relationship to be co-parenting.
Or even look at the perspective of like, they both have one thing in common, and that's that child.
Exactly.
The child's mother.
So, and then, to be a sister, again, like you've lost a big part, somebody that's a big part of your life. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely going to help to take care of my nephew. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be that emotional support. Because who other better than me? Because she might be the godmommy. You really don't know. And that's the thing. Like, people are just so selfish and self-centered. Like, keep your opinions and stuff to yourself. Like,
you can't have an opinion. I just don't think you should spread rumors about they're dating and stuff like that. Or just I think there's a reality of like, people were saying, oh well, he didn't. He didn't have anybody helping him before when the mom wasn't there, and it's like that very well may be true, but it's like, don't always go to a negative thought first. Think of it like, oh, that's pretty dope. Like, the child's gonna still feel even more love because it's like he's switching his environment. He's gonna be with his dad all the time. He don't really know what a funeral is. He barely can explain what happened to his mom, it was kind of like weird when he said that his son asked them to have the sister move in. But whatever, I don't know how much that baby can communicate how he feel. And kids say a lot of stuff. You be like, where you hear that from? Or how you know about that? And it's like, they're very observant. So you never know what the case may be. But however, I don't think nothing bad of it. I think that's dope. I feel like people, if you've ever experienced death, like, you go through the funeral, everyone's around, you try to move forward and have a good time for those few days that we're all together. And then everybody just leaves and you got to go back to normal. And that's not easy for a lot of people. Death is a hard thing. You don't just, it can be hard as hard as you make it if you don't know how to adjust to it. But you have to do different things to kind of help you cope. And maybe that's one thing that they got to do temporarily. Now, the kid, like 18 years old and they still living together, they'll be like,
Yeah. No. Then, yeah. But it's... I don't know. And I just felt bad. I felt bad for the man. Girl, I just forgot. Okay, so I forgot that this little part right here, I can see me. So, the edibles is kicking in right now. I thought I saw a ghost in your room, bitch. And I was like, oh, it's you. That's me in the back.
Oh, wow. What kind did you get?
It's called Northern Lights. Something. I'll read the package. They got it from this place called the Canna Boutique.
Well, let's get into the main topic. We're going to talk about family and friendship dynamics. How do you find balance with hanging out or loving on your family as well as your friends? How do you balance your time? And how do you deal with trying to bring everyone together?
I think you have to be transparent. You have to be transparent, and then you also kind of have to do it in small doses. So when I say be transparent, what I mean is basically be real with your friends as far as like, hey, this is how my family is, but at the same time, don't be dogging your family out, you know what I'm saying? But just like, yeah, my family's like this, da, 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 da. And same thing with your family, be transparent with your family, like, as in letting them know the real you. I think that's where we lose the balance sometimes. It almost feels like you're living a double life with family and friends because we tend to feel more comfortable with our friends nowadays than we do with our family. So,
or you feel like your friends accept you more than
or it's just certain things that you feel like your friends understand better than your family does. So it might be something your family just have no idea. Like, it's not everybody's family is like that. But I'm just saying, like,
I feel
sometimes
like your family and friends is different as well too.
Yeah. Like sometimes they just know you differently because they know you at a different place in your life. Like some of my cousins, I'm still like a certain way to them because, they haven't seen me at work. They haven't seen me as far as like,
in different environments
nowadays because we grown and we go out. But you know what I'm saying? It's like my older cousins, they're not going to see me as like, I'm in the club now. They see me as, I can't be in the grown folks' business. But now I'm in, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
I think
you just got to be transparent.
I think there is a struggle for me because it's like, you want to spread yourself to everybody, but you can't. I think, when it comes to like who you're closest to, people think that the loyalty has to always lie with family. And it's not that I'm not loyal to the family. It's just that I think that it's not even about ranking or anything. It's just value. I don't even know because I feel like I'm sounding like I'm saying like, oh, family over friends, which is not the case. But I've learned that I need to separate the two. Because I always want to bring everybody together. And I feel like I'm at a place now where it's like, okay, well, I'll hang out with y'all over here and I'll hang out with them over here. There ain't going to be everyone coming to one place because I'm not doing that no more.
Why? You feel like it doesn't work?
It doesn't work. It doesn't work because I think a lot of it is, it's not the word isn't entitlement.
protection. You feel like everybody's protecting you from a different perspective. Like your family's protecting
No,
you.
I think everyone holds you to a certain view. Like your family may know you from when you was little, and they don't really know how to. They think they know you because they've known you your whole life. But it's like, okay, you still have to take time to get to know who I'm growing into. And sometimes that doesn't always work. I feel like with friends, they know you, but they don't know like maybe all of you, if that makes sense.
So your friends are, I kind of get what you're saying. Like, you know, your family, I feel like I know what you're saying, but at the same time, I understand why it's just like, it's no definite answer, you know?
It's not. It could be very
because
like,
everybody's family dynamics is so different.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, another thing when I said, so, you know, be transparent in like small doses, one thing I recommend to help with, you know, just trying to blend the two is, you know, have your friends come around like occasionally, like around family events and stuff like that, because they become familiar faces to the point where you're not. Why?
No, I feel like, you know, the friends I've been friends with them for over 10 years. So they've definitely been around. But I just feel like I don't want to do that no more.
I guess if you don't want to do it, you don't.
Yeah. But, you know, if anybody else wants to do it, I'm not discouraging it. I just think that based on my experience, even with somebody I'm dating, like, you're not about to meet my family. I think I'm holding them. If anything, I'm holding them over here because it's like, I don't want nothing to, you know, go left or go wrong or this, that, and the third. So let me just keep y'all over here. Because y'all not going nowhere. So it's kind of like a mother in her nest. Like she keep the nest over there in a tree, all the way up at the tip top. And then she come back and bring them food, you know? So I just think that like, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I think as far as finding balance, I think it works both ways. Because I feel like, you know, I asked my cousin, I said, how often do you think you should talk to your family? And he was like, I think I should talk to y'all like once or twice a month. And I was like, yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that. I mean, my mama, I talk to her, you know, as often as I can. My dad, I talk to him here and there, but I'm not about to define my closeness with my family based on how much we talk. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
So as far as the balance, I feel like your friendships are a little bit different because it's like a homegirl, I'm probably gonna talk to her like every day or every other day. And I used to feel bad because it was like, I should talk to my family just as much. It should be an even balance. But it's not going to be that way. It's just not. Like, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I feel like we put so much pressure on trying to, like, make family friends and friends family when it's like, you are you and you are you.
Yeah, this is. I don't feel like there's no definite answer.
It isn't.
But I feel like my best friend, like, I've been around her family at this point for so long. It's just, you know, like,
that's a blessing though.
I don't, but, and it is. And like, you know, our family is intermingled in a way. Like at some point, one of her aunties know my aunties, one of my uncles know her. Her stepdad used to be roommates with one of my cousins. So her stepdad know my great grandma, and I didn't even know that until, like, you know, and it's just that's how our family is though. But needless to say, like, you know, it's in doses in the sense of I'm not always at every family function or just like at the end of the day. It's just if I'm around, I'm around. I know y'all. I'm not trying to be all up in y'all business. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to have like a deeper relationship with y'all. I know y'all well enough, and we just it's an interchange. Like, you know, hey, how y'all doing? Nice to see y'all. And it's all love, but it's like they know I'm her friend. I'm the friend of a family, you know. And it's just her intermediate family may look at me as family because they see me more often. And same thing, like my family asks, like, "Oh, how's she doing? And how's the baby?" And it's just like, that's it. Like, y'all know I'm not finna tell y'all her business. Yeah, like it's I feel like it's balanced in that way. Because the people
feel that.
What? You feel that way?
Well, I kind of feel that way with dating as well. Like really before I would bring people to the house to meet family and stuff like that, because I have a really big family and it could be a really good time. We have great personalities. Everyone is a ball of fun, you know? Mm-hmm. So I feel like anyone who comes around, you're going to fall in love with that as well. Like, this is so dope that you got this many people who've been placed in your life without you even like deciding it. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like nowadays though, it's like you're not meeting my family until like we together like forever ever.
No, I feel you.
In a relationship though.
Elgin is on my mom's side especially, Elgin is literally the first boy that they ever met. My dad's side, because I lived with my dad, like they met like my little high school boyfriends or whatever. So we went on a date. But that's just my intermediate family, like my sisters and my brother. But like my aunties and stuff, I think only one boy they met. And yeah, I didn't like bringing boys around because it's like I don't see the point. And my family is real childish, so childish. Like, and not like in a bad way. Like they would speak their mind or just say something just to test the strength of somebody, you know. So it's just like I wouldn't want to bring no guy around, and my family said something crazy. I knew better early on.
There needs to be a conversation on family saying something crazy, because I think like, you know, even for myself, like I remember I had to like someone had to check me and like, oh, you know, you kind of said these things that made this newcomer feel this way. But I feel like I was speaking immaturely because I was very childlike at that time. But looking back, it was like, that was kind of fucked up, Taylor. What made you think you could say that? And it's like, I felt probably at that time I could say that because it's like, that's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like the suppression of it when it's like, that's my cousin. And even with my cousin can be dating a guy, I'm like, I'm gonna play with my cousin. Like, you know, talking crazy and wild, but that's not okay. It's really not. When you look back at it and you get like some sense of maturity, it's like you should be able to hold a conversation with somebody and let them know that you don't play about somebody without it being so aggressive and rude, you know?
You know what? I was thinking more so like my uncle, and you know what I think we do need to hold people. I feel like, especially in the Black household, I can't say for any other minority listeners or people of color that are listening, but from a Black household on my end, it's mainly just been the older generation that has always struggled with miscommunication or assuming things and it's their way or the highway type thing. I feel like the newer generation in my family, we're a little bit more aware as far as like, you know, we know what mental illness is. We listen. We're not trying to hurry up and whoop our kids for every little thing that they're doing. I feel like we're not going to have those problems, like, you know, going forward. I really hope so. And also, like, you know, a lot of people, especially in the Black community, we sweep things like, you know, sexual abuse under the rugs as far as like, you know, molestation and like rape. We sweep that under the rug and, you know, it's like, oh, well, it's everybody's experienced it at some point, but nobody's gotten help for it.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is going to be different. And I'm hoping it'll be different, especially for my family.
Break the generation apart, girl.
Because it's like my aunt, for example, for my great-grandma's birthday party, my uncle, he just says whatever comes to mind. Like, y'all, I'm not that big. I'm not that big. But the man said, oh, you expecting? But he said it purposely to pick fun and talk about my weight, you know? And just like, how do you think that it's okay to just talk about somebody's weight? And, you know, and my aunt was just like, oh, he just always been that way. That's why I can't stand his ass. And da-da-da-da. He think that shit is so cool. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, well, if he been this way, all like, you know, nobody said nothing to him, you know? And now, like,
people might say something, but because we know family not going nowhere, I think it kind of becomes something where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to still see you one way or another. Like, I'm going to still run into you. Or, I don't know. It's like, I've had to find I think you got to hold yourself accountable and not wait on someone else. But it's like, at what point do you know? Like, hold yourself accountable to say, like, hey, I'm not okay with you talking to me like that. But then it's like, when you get to an age of like an adult, when you can say something, I think the best thing you do is like distance yourself for real, versus saying something. Like, I'm not about to hang out with them, because it's like, I've experienced that where I had an aunt. She would always say, "Oh, you getting fat. And it's like, what you think you is?"
No, I said that to him. I said, "Oh, you expected triplets, huh?" I said, "You've been expecting it for quite some time." But he don't care.
You know, we talk shit. Like, that's just what we do.
Yeah,
it's never to like make nobody cry or be sad. It's more so like, I can see that you gained some weight, and so I'm gonna say something.
Yeah, and but it's like, I feel like it's just the older generation thing where it's just like they're so set in their ways. Like, even when you're trying to tell them that something is wrong, they can't comprehend why is it wrong, who said it's wrong, and well, it don't feel wrong to me. And like, oh, well, you just being soft. Y'all so sensitive, and just like, no, we not. And if we was, whose fault is that? You know, I didn't raise myself, so I get this from y'all, like, you know, or something that was lacking. But yeah, I have high hopes for like the kids that are being raised by us, like this generation.
Yeah. I do too. And I think that, like, I imagine you get older, you start to define who you want to spend your time with. And this goes to anybody out there, like, if you are listening, you do not have to force yourself to stay with somebody just because they were placed in your life before you even had life. Like, people keep going back to family because they feel like, oh, it's my family, I have to make this work. Sometimes making it work is placing yourself somewhere else and limiting your time with people. You know what I'm saying? Because you put so much pressure trying to make something work, and it's like, it's not working. I love you, but we just ain't gonna be that close. I feel like also the universe places certain people in your life to help you. And when you meet new people, I never take it for granted, because I'm like, yo, you came to me at a time where I probably needed you. Like, I've met a lot of people that have shown me family, nurturing, a kind heart, like, just a lot of things where I'd be like, damn, like, because sometimes you can come around people and they make you feel, sometimes you come around family and they make you feel bad, or make you feel like, I don't know where the kind of mind is lame, but that's not the word I'm looking for, but the oddball. And I experienced that a lot, being an oddball. And it's like, well, over here, you know, I always say, go where you are celebrated and not where you are tolerated.
Oh, quote. Okay, quote.
That's just what it is. I don't feel bad no more. I used to, but it's like, I also feel like you have to, like, get to know the new person. You know what I'm saying? Me at 28 versus me at like a little kid. I was annoying as shit.
I feel like last weekend or the week before last was an eye opener for me, because like, I did enjoy speaking to my family members and stuff, and them, they, like, you know, I saw that they were seeing me for an adult, like, you know, the person that I am.
And how long do you think that took?
No, it took, that's what I'm saying, like, you know, well, to be honest, I'm gonna take accountability on my end. I don't go to a lot of family events and stuff. My family always doing something, and I'm always like either at work or it's just like at an inconvenient time for myself. Like, you know, it's not something that I want to do. I got plans. So, you know, it is, I take accountability for not being around like that. I'm actually excited that I got Sundays off now, because my family does a Sunday family breakfast every Sunday, every weekend. And I haven't been able to go to them since they started, because I've always worked on a Sunday. To do like a brunch and stuff like that at my cousin's house. And it's just such a, you know, I grew up in College Park in East Point. Back in the day, we had block parties and stuff going on, or our cousins lived in the building across the street from you. So it's just like we was always around each other. And it's just like the more I've been getting older and become my own person, I have been like, you know, missing that feeling. And it's just nice that when I get around my family, like, that feeling reoccurs. Like, you know, it's something that hasn't went away. Even when it's like, you know, a little family drama or somebody don't say something and blah, blah, blah. It's like none of that shit really be mattering. Like,
Yeah.
Like my cousins that are my age, like for the most part, we understand like our older, like, you know, our parents bullshit ain't got nothing to do with what we got going on. So such and such ain't talking to such, okay, whatever. And it sounds like, and then when you hear the reasoning behind the shit that people be mad about, it be like, y'all mad about that?
Right. Yeah, I will agree. Like, the older you get, there's no feeling like family. Despite all the drama, it's like, I love my family. I love every last one of them, even the ones I probably haven't met yet. But, you know, there's no feeling like family, and it's really just, it's a part of who you are either way, you know. Yeah. But I think that there needs to be an importance on not staying there and thinking about you creating your own family and what that looks like. Because I know a lot of people who get stuck on like family, including myself, to be honest with you. Yeah. I had a hard time dealing with that. I mean, I could go on and on and on about this topic, but I'd rather not. But make a long story short, like I said before, go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Personally, me, I've decided that I don't really want to put that pressure on trying to bring everyone together. Now, if it was like my wedding or something like that, like, yeah, I want everybody in the building. But I feel like I've now learned, like, okay, I'm going to hang out with this person for this. I'm going to hang out with this person. Or not even for this. It's like, I'm going to just kind of pick and choose, like, how I want my energy to be used. Because like you said, if my homegirl, how you talk to me, Benny, is going to be different from how my cousin Buki talks to me. I ain't got no cousin named Buki, but I'm just saying. And so it's like, because of that, I have to energize myself and be ready to deal with that. Take it on and be like, oh, you're just talking shit. But they love me though. But do you know how much shit we all be going through? And it's like, people might not think that because we've allowed certain attitudes and behaviors to be okay. Like your uncle, him calling you fat, like he don't know what you're going through. Yeah, we know about mental illness, and yeah, you want to joke and laugh, but those words still stay with you later on throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? When you already telling yourself in the mirror, like, damn, I look like I need to lose some weight. And it's like, now I'm going to hear my uncle saying it too.
No, girl, it could have had me so distraught because my pants did rip that day. Like I was, look, it was so funny. It didn't rip like in between like the crotch area. It was like right under my right butt cheek. It was a rip. So I didn't know. I'm in Walmart, just going down the aisle. And Elle just, babe, I'm gonna hide you. I'm gonna hide. Hold on. Like just walk like this. I'm like, why? He said, you got a rip in your pants. I'm like, you let me leave the house like this? I'm just not noticing. So you don't be looking at my butt like you're supposed to, because you should have seen that before we got all the way out here. But so yeah, here I am.
Booty me,
minding my business, and my uncle fat ass gonna open his lip and say, "Oh, you expecting?" Look, nigga, I just ripped the only pants I thought could fit this ass. The only good pants.
That right there. That's exactly what it is.
And I was just like, but it didn't bother me because that's just his thing. He always called everybody fat. You could be this skinny and you gain 1-2 pounds, a little bit, some weight you probably needed, and he gonna start calling you fat. So, but it's just like, it's aggravated and it's annoying because you don't want to be hearing that shit all day, and it's just like, nigga. Yeah, like, nigga, what do you think you, like you said, like, what you think you is? And
but I think a lot of it is that, like, we as Black people don't normalize accent. Like, it's very surface level when it comes to family sometimes. Like, people got their favorites. Like, I got a cousin that's my favorite. She know everything that's going on in my life. I know everything that's going on in her life. But, I'm going to be a little bit more, like, understanding of like her bullshit, you know what I'm saying, like what she been through. So I don't know. But this is a really good topic. I feel like if you guys want to share more about it or give your results, your experience, how you manage, how do you balance family and friendship dynamics, if there's any other topics y'all want us to discuss or hear our take on it, definitely email us at HelpASistaOutPodcast@gmail.com. We are ready to get some speakers. If you have a product or service that you want to promote or have a conversation about, definitely email us, HelpASistaOutPodcast at gmail.com.
Yeah, and follow us on Instagram at HelpASistaOutPodcast. Oh yeah, we got a surprise for you guys in October.
Oh.
It's so funny whispering it.
Right, because it was like.
But yeah, we got a surprise.
When did you get back? When is you coming back?
I'll be back on. Well, I can't, girl. I'll be back on Saturday. I'm like, girl, folks might be listening. Oh, she not home? Cool, bet. I really want to know what my house is looking like right now.
Well, you said you had somebody taking care of it because you didn't want me to house sit.
That is not true. That is not true.
I'm supposed to be over there right now.
No. Let's just phrase your statement was not true.
Well, we had plans and you changed.
Yes, I did not say I did not want you to take care of it. Somebody just decided they had their own plans, and I was just like, okay.
I'm sure you're good. You ain't got in your house anywhere.
Yeah. I'm finna get me a TV, but I'm gonna wait until Prime Day. Girl, just for that, my TV gonna be real big.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be bigger than the wall. But I'm gonna wait for Prime Day. I'm kind of scared to order a TV from Prime.
For what?
What you mean? Prime Day is October 13th through the 14th.
What's Prime?
Prime Day, Amazon Prime Day. It's like their Black Friday where everything is on sale.
I never knew that. Never knew that. Okay, well, I'm ready to go.
All right, girl, go on then. You called me.
Okay.
All right, I miss you, Taylor. It's nice seeing your face.
I should go with like a really lame excuse.
Let me fix your hair.
Look, right, I gotta wash this shampoo out my hair.
What kind of shampoo?
Oh, we on FaceTime. You can see my hair is done.
Yeah. I really love that color. I'm telling you, please be like Jessica Rabbit or Poison Ivy.
Oh, I ain't got no plans.
So we can have like a Zoom party, oh, that'd be lit. Help us out Zoom party, Halloween party.
That would be fun.
So
but I would have a party. We in Atlanta, girl. Ain't no virus here.
Girl, shit, me.
Girl, let's make it out.
My Halloween costume, I don't care if somebody steal it because I said it here first, bitch. If you take my idea, I'm just playing. But no, seriously, here's my Halloween costume idea. I'm going to make my costume. It's going to be the bag of money emoji.
Okay.
Because I'm the bag. Yeah, I'm the bag. So I'm going to get like a potato sack or something and just stuff it because I'm going to make it look like a dress, like a silhouette like this.
So what are you doing for Halloween,
man? I don't know. I think I'm going to do like a marathon, like Halloween movie marathon.
At your house?
Yeah, just like watch all the scary movies, Hocus Pocus, like all
money bag outfit.
Yeah, I just want to make the outfit. I got to come up with something fun for work though, because I'm like the fun champion or captain on my team. So I have to come up with something. Oh yeah, you could have been stopped this. I'm gonna call you on the phone.
Bye, y'all.
Help a sister out.